Vultesia is a country of 88 million inhabitants on the continent of Anteria, an environmentally beautiful nation. In today's episode, we'll be looking at the unique culture and people that make up the nation. To begin with, we look at one of Vultesia's most iconic landmarks, Vultesia's Porton. This is the largest bird statue in Anteria. The statue is 200 feet long, 150 feet wide, and 70 feet tall, making it one of the most colossal statues in all of Anteria. The statue, that took 8 years to construct, is on top of St. Ioannes National Park. It's so important to the Vultesian people because it is built on top of the site where Vultes the Conqueror began his fateful campaign, which created the first Vultesian state in around 389 AD. Next up, we look at the River Moody. It's the longest body of fresh water in the Principate, and its journey spans around 1,100 miles. The river runs from the southeastern Delamere Mountains westward, finally ending up in the vast Lake Gar, which is the largest lake in Anteria. It is considered an extremely important economic and ecological asset to Vultesia, and is the focus of much policy by the regions to ensure it continues to run as such. Next, we head to the south and look at the Delamere Mountains. This mountain range has been the southern border of the Vultesian nation for as long as the concept of a Vultesian nation has existed. As well as an obvious defensive value, their rich seams of copper, tin, and zinc, and their fertile valleys perfect for citrus cultivation means that they are an economic asset to Vultesia too. The mountain range takes up almost the entirety of the Atlante Highland, cultural and jurisdictional region. Finally, the mountain range contains Vultesia's highest point, the 2,000 metre Mount Frankopan, and the largest lake wholly within Vultesia's borders, Lake Piper. Next up, we're going to be looking at some of the urban areas of Vultesia, starting with a coastal city. A good place to start is Oswestrom, which literally translates to West Portman, can in many ways be considered literally just a typical Vultesian coastal city, with its architecture being a perfect example of the hinterland style. Its port is one of the busiest in northern Anteria, and it's critical for the movement of products both imported to and exported from Vultesia. The city is also the home base for the Vultesian Naval Services and is home to the nation's current Rugby Masters champions, the Oswestrom Admirals. With an estimated population of 200,000, with the stunning architecture of the city, it is definitely one of the must-visit locations in Vultesia. That is all for this week's episode of Anteria from Above. Join us next week for Leonheimer from Above, and thank you to Three Eagles for helping out with this project. Couldn't have done it without him.